Warning! The following show may contain strong language, as well as other content that may not be suitable for a younger audience. The show may also contain spoilers for any and all anime and manga, so please ensure you check the description below for the relevant spoiler warnings. Thanks for watching, Olga.
And every time we touch, I get this feeling, and every time we kiss, I swear I can fly. Let me feel my heart beat fast. I want this to last. Yeah, it's you and I. I really hope this gets as our outro. This is gold. Da, 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 da. Do that one jump up, down dance that everyone does. Dun, 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 dun. And Jerry Kids, Tom and Jerry Kids is where the action is. Do, 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 do. We're the Chipmunks. I just went from like 3 different songs there. You're welcome.
What if there was like a parody of like Fairly Odd Parents? Like somebody's so into pancreases, they made Fairly Odd Pancreas, where it's a story of like Timmy Turner and like he wishes that like a nurse would operate on his pancreas and like spread peanut butter on it and like do all kinds of stuff because like the whole point is to like have a detailed emotional connection to the pancreas.
Manimal, this is a fetish I am not prepared for.
This is something that has to exist, I'm sure.
I'm putting that on the list of stupidest things I've ever heard, but still better than Handshakers.
Oh!
I mean,
is Handshakers really that bad?
It's fucking bad.
God, I have to watch it.
There we go. Oh, you spoiled the later part of the show, of the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
this
children of
episode
all
may
ages.
contain spoilers, though.
This episode may contain spoilers. Handshakers is bad. That's pretty much all you need to know.
There, now you don't have to watch it. You're welcome, fuckers.
Bye, everyone. Click off the episode now. You don't have to listen or watch.
You can turn it off. You've learned everything you needed to know in this episode, that Handshakers is bad, and also that Manimal equates rubbing peanut butter on something as operations. So
no, like that's part of like the like.
He wants a nurse to operate on it and rub peanut butter on it.
One of the parts, like a little bit of, oh god, and like they're both okay. Never mind.
I've dislocated my elbow. Come here. Let me get the Reese's peanut butter out.
That's not what
Rub
the
a dub
peanut
dub.
butter. Never mind.
We've delved too deep into Manimal psyche, I think.
That's okay.
Obvious. I'm just saying that has to exist somewhere. Fairly Odd
I'm
Pancreas.
sure it does, but let's not talk about it.
Okay.
Let's not talk about it. And instead, let's talk about episode 73 of the Manga Raiders Happy Hour podcast. Woo!
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
guess what? 7 and 3 together equals 100.
I get
What?
no.
If you add another 0.
Guess what? 7 and 3 equals 100. No? Yeah, it does if you do other things. There we go. Well, that's okay then.
We're getting there.
We're almost at that magic number. My name is Simon Bellinose Vacant. Welcome to the show. To my virtual left is the musical sensation. His name is...
This is the Manimal here, ready to jam and do things. Apparently, I'm going to peanut butter, actually, but we could talk about that later. I'm going to do exciting things in this episode. It's going to be a thrill.
And to his virtual left, it's someone who's smart or something, and he does something, building something related.
You're sounding very enthused today, Vacant.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
It's a bit,
It's
you see.
Is it a bit?
It's a bit, because I'm really excited now. Woo! I was
I don't
somber.
think it's a bit.
Calm
I think
down.
It's a lie.
I need to calm down. I need to rein it back in, because
My sugar levels are getting too high.
I
Drink
should
some
be at a
more, you'll
7.
be fine.
Yeah, I should be at a 7, and I'm right now cranking out on an 11. So we need to go back down. Speaking of someone who, in my eyes, is an 11, baby.
and needs to go back down.
I'm actually 25.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a child. Not anymore. Ladies.
Wait, so when you get to 25 out of 10, like how, like, are we talking like sun levels or galactic levels?
That's like God levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than your pancreas.
Mr. 25 out of
You
10.
have not seen my pancreas, so don't even go there.
Oh, but I'm thinking about it all the time. Smothered in peanut butter, I guess.
No, you see, you put the peanut butter on to lick it off. Jesus.
Wait, what?
That's the point. Like, that's what the... Oh, my God.
See,
This is
peanut
getting
butter.
Trying to
weirder by the
understand
second.
your fetish, but all I can do is make fun of it.
That's not even what it is. I just thought of that today. What? I was like, what if there was a Fairly Odd Pancreas? And I was trying to think of a plot line for it.
So your first thought was to go to peanut butter?
That was like my third thought.
Okay, there is a thought in psychology that if you let a person just talk long enough, you'll eventually uncover all of their problems. And I think we're rapidly reaching that point where Manimal's been on enough episodes. We can really start psychoanalyzing this person.
I mean, you could do that when you listen to my new album. You get the point.
You get the point.
Listen to my new song. It's called Just Give Me the Rat's Ass. That's the actual name.
Okay. I will make sure to do that in the next day or so. I'll definitely
check it
do
out.
that.
It's cool.
The one thing I want to go back to is that if you were going to use peanut butter in the bedroom, it wouldn't be my first choice personally because it's quite tough to lick off something.
Yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be a struggle, a bit of a challenge. That's why it's worth it.
I mean, maybe for you with your lesser developed tongue muscles.
Hey, listen. My oral game is pretty much...
You guys are insulting me. Here's Vacant clearly talking from experience.
With that weak tongue game. Get out of here. Listen, it's not my fault I've got a short tongue, okay?
Do you like jam?
Look, it's not the length of the tongue that matters, it's the girth.
Have you ever tried salt?
Have I ever tried salt? I've had it in my life.
I put it
I
on
think.
fries once or twice.
Yeah.
I've had salt water.
You haven't put it on thighs?
I mean, it wouldn't be my first choice and go, like, if you were getting
chicken
into
thighs, could
Maybe.
use a little salt.
it. A
Yeah.
little salt and pepper. Salt and pepper
Generally.
chicken thighs are the shit, man. I love that shit.
Sounds-
Salt and pepper
sounds pretty
chips. It's all good. That's chips, by the way. That's the English chips.
Are you talking about crackers now? Now I never know what you're talking about.
All right, let's not be racist. Let's not
He's
use
talking
white slang.
about French fries, but the British hate the French, so they can't have anything that has French in the
I
name.
forgot that frickin' chips apparently means fries, and frickin' crisps apparently means chips.
That's the one. I'm glad you guys are learning. Learn and adapt, because then
And
you'll be
And
able...
ask him about
Apparently
cookies.
Oreos are
What's
Don't-
a
biscuits.
cookie?
Let's not get started on cookies. How was your week, guys? In the most cookieless way as possible. Manimal, how was your week? I bet you did something interesting. I know you did.
First week of school, so that was a thing. That was, it was whatever. It was like, yeah, I made a new song, and other than that, nothing exciting.
Fought up a few fan fictions for Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah. Again, I was just like, okay, I was trying to think of like how crazy it could be. Like, what would the plot line of this be? I just thought of a title. I'm like, this has to, someone in the world, there are more than 7 people in the world, so someone has to have come up with Fairly Odd Pancreas before.
I'm Googling it right now.
Is that the
thank
exact
you
number that
for
leads
doing
to
that
Fairly
for-
Odd Pancreas 7?
Apparently, because 7 is lucky, and you'd be lucky to find something as great as that somewhere when you're browsing on fanfiction.net and you're getting tired of the same old stuff.
It's Fairly Odd Pancreas auto-completes as Fairly Odd Pancreatic Cancer. So not quite what we were after, but...
Whoa. I wasn't going there, but
You
okay.
gotta be careful about your pancreatic cancer. It
It's
could be a
fair-
normal
some-
pancreatic cancer.
Someone
what you
saying
want.
it's fair.
Wings, funny tumor things.
Yeah, it doesn't return anything. You may indeed be the first person who's ever suggested it, Manimal.
That's really an honor. It's good to know. Like, people will be like, so what have you done in your life? I'll be like, I came up with Fairly Odd Pancreas.
Oh, jackpot. I've seen a picture
Barry
of...
Goldman, it is you.
I've seen a picture of... when I've typed that in and looked on Google Images, there's a picture of the Legend of Korra. And the caption, it's just Korra in a wheelchair and someone holding her hand. I don't really know the characters. And then the caption is, I want Jasper to step on my pancreas. Don't know what that means,
Oh.
but whatever.
Oh.
Is that a crossover with Steven Universe?
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh, that is, you know, that's
something. That is something.
That's a little different than what I had in mind, but okay.
No peanut butter there, unless they've stepped in it earlier or something.
See, the point is that, like, you cut a little, they both look at it.
What? What? What are you on about?
Never mind.
I don't get it. Right. Anyway.
Never mind.
No, hold. I have to say though, when you do Google image Fairly Odd Pancreas, you still get 4 images from Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
There you go. It's close
and
enough.
one from Alien.
Alien.
Don't question Google's analytics and how
This
it
one is
finds
just-
results.
Well, that's not Jesus, but it is definitely an angel.
Wait,
As
what
well
does
as
the
chili?
pancreas? What does the pancreas do again?
It secretes shit into your intestines.
Oh,
Get you
okay.
those enzymes you love so much.
I love me some
Cool.
enzymes. Speaking of
I like-
enzymes,
I like Bill Nye.
I like unrelated segues. Speaking of enzymes, Corin, how's your week been?
Well, you know, I only worked 55 hours this week, which is a 4 net hour gain from last week.
Fucking part-timer over here.
Yeah, I know, right? No, it's weird. I was thinking about this. Back in November, I worked like a 54-hour week, and it fucking killed me. I don't feel that bad now.
You're just
I've
used to it.
normalized it,
I was
and
gonna
now I'm
say-
going. Now it's going to haunt me forever.
I was going to say, it's not any better. It's just that you've got used to it. That's all. That's the
And
more
I have
depressing
not
part.
used to it. I feel like I'm going to. The next time I ever get to work a 40-hour week, I'm going to feel so awkward about it.
It is weird. I can kind of relate because I've been doing normal hours as opposed to like working really late. I've just been doing 9 till 5, and it's so strange to not be working late at night. It's insane.
I was saying, back when I did part-time during like college, it was always weird when I didn't have to work at like midnight.
Yeah.
What do you mean I get to go home?
It's like
What do you-
what do
do
I
you
do?
mean?
I've got to be quiet at home. What's going on? And finally, what have you been up to, good sir? Anything? Nothing? Have you recovered from Handshakers?
Okay. Speaking honestly, I did take off early the day after I watched Handshakers because I got pretty sick at work. And I'm
Freaking handshakes.
starting to put things together now that it may have made me physically ill because it was so bad.
Fair enough.
I did just go see One Piece movie Gold,
Oh!
and I guess I should probably start watching One Piece now because that was a pretty fun movie.
I will hold my hands up that I have not watched it, but that's good. I do feel like now Bleach and Naruto have ended, and it looks like Fairy Tail may be on the way out in the next year or two, that maybe I should carry on One Piece, because you
One
need
Piece will never end.
Exactly. You need a long
It's
running show.
it's gonna outlive all these freaking poser shows that can't go on for
Yeah.
long enough.
It's gonna
Well,
outlive
the
us.
question is, will it outlive DBZ?
It already has.
Yeah, really.
Has it though?
Well, it has
In
more
terms of
episodes.
length, yes. I
was gonna
Dragon
say
Ball Z
episode
manga is
length.
a finished entity, anyways. Like that wrapped up.
Yeah, Super's the new thing.
Still pushing forward.
Do you
But
think...
Super isn't based off a manga though, so it's different.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about pure length of time here, guys.
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
you mean.
We know.
Well, One Piece has over 700 episods. Dragon Ball's never gonna.
No, he means
go
from
through
when
that.
it was created. So it's like 89, was it? Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball was made in
Well,
1984.
Dragon Ball, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Was it
Yeah.
89, the manga? I think it was. It was definitely in the 80s.
That-
Like late 80s.
Hmm.
But who knows?
It's
Honestly-
been around a while, is what I'm saying.
It's been
One
around.
Piece will outlive them all, but Dragon Ball will be the most legendary.
Yeah, probably. It's definitely the most embedded, at least over here in the West, anyway. It's the most embedded in our culture, other than maybe
Yeah.
Pokemon, I guess.
Well, that's a little different. It's not necessarily shonen.
It's not
like that.
shonen.
Yeah.
You didn't specify shonen. Yeah, man,
Well, that's what I was talking about. But yeah, whatever.
no non-shonen.
Sword Art is going to be forever the anime
No.
of
Yeah, it is. Because
Nope.
Kirito's come back and done
No,
stuff.
because we're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill the man who makes that show. I don't know who it is, but we're gonna kill him.
Just make a martyr out of him, and they'll do more.
We may not kill the guy who wrote it. I can't remember his name. Who wrote it when he was 15?
Neko Game Online.
He wrote it for like a contest, and then it went too long. Apparently he wrote it too long, and he thought, I'm going to keep working on this. And then he wrote, what was the other one he did? Was it Excel World?
Oh, that's right. It's the same person they take place in the same storyline. Except Excel World is actually like 80 billion times better.
That's the thing. Excel World is the superior one, but he just wrote that
significantly better than
he just wrote that instead to get into this contest, won the contest, and then went, I've got this as well. And then he got a book deal out of it for like a publishing deal for Sword Art Online as well. So really he wrote a better one to further the agenda of the original Sword Art Online. So he was like, I guess I'll just give a better story, but then I'll be able to do this one. Finally, I can tell the tale of Kirito. It needs telling. Everyone needs to know about Kirito and Asuna.
Well, Excel World is an infinitely more interesting story and character dynamic, especially the main character and everything with that.
Maybe we should do a comparison video between the two. And just
I've only read a little bit. Well, I read the first couple of volumes of Excel World. I haven't watched it, but it was instantly better than Sword Art, just some reading.
That's video audio.
Instantly. Took no time at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As soon as the credits rolled and it didn't say Sword Art Online, I was like, this is better. This is better.
Well, no, like the actual
If
story...
we go on to a full-on tirade about Sword Art Online at LAGC, how long do you think before everyone walks out?
We may get thrown out.
Everyone's heard it before.
We'll
you can't
lynched.
say anything about Sword Art that hasn't been said at this point.
I bet we can.
Not really.
See, I feel like we've probably made up at least 50% of the things that have been said about Sword Art.
No, man. Sword Art
that is
the
a
most
well that will never
show.
run dry, but we're all getting used to the flavor of the water.
Digibro made a video about that. Like, it's easy to get popular by making Sword Art videos, especially if you like the show.
Right, next episode is going to be a Sword Art.
A lot of the anime YouTube.
Sword Art Online is going to be the theme of the month. There is going to be at least 5 videos of Sword Art Online coming out over the next week.
Make a Sword Art video.
Do you know what's
like a catchy title?
Do you know what's another
is it
one?
Like writing a 4-chord song?
Pretty much.
Do you know what's another formula?
What is fresh new material for making fun of anime? It's Handshakers.
Yeah.
So how was your week, Matt? Wait, no, you already.
I already went, you idiot. It's your turn.
My week was good. I played some Nier. I've also played some Let It Die, which is different. I really like Uncle Death, though. He's a fun character.
Good old Uncle Death.
Say I also played a lot of Final Fantasy 15 the last 2 nights. Well, last night and today. I love that game.
It's awesome.
I've done everything but draw or write, which was my New Year's resolution. So starting 2017 strong.
Don't worry, because you've still got almost 12 months to do something to that effect. So you're okay. Speaking of resolutions, I started the resolution to watch 50 anime this year, and I started 11, so we're okay. 11 brand new ones to me. So
now you got to finish them. So,
well, that's the thing. The problem is that 10 of them come from the winter season, and I'm guaranteed to be dropping at least one of those Handshakers. It's gonna go.
Sure
So we'll see.
You should watch Big Order
50
instead.
series in their entirety, or 50 episodes of anime total in this year.
50 series in their entirety. What I'm trying. So there's going to be a lot of 12 episodes there. But I watched the only other one that's not from the winter season that I started this week was Your Lie in April, because it was on Netflix and it was rated 5 stars.
Oh, it's really good.
And I thought I'd give it a chance. Episode 1 didn't really grab me. It seemed
the thing
okay.
with that, the chibis are terrible. I couldn't get over the chibis.
Yeah. It seemed all right. Like, I was just like, it's a kind of... For the first episode, it was pretty much like a by-the-numbers standard sort of... not shoujo, but slice-of-life, romance style.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I got spoiled for that one, so I'm not even going to bother with it.
Like, I think the music elements as well, I was like, well, I want to watch it, because I haven't really watched any other music-orientated shows. I didn't know how
White
heavily
Album
it features.
too.
No, not watched any of that. Hibiki Euphonium. The only one I could really say I've watched is K-On!, I suppose.
You watched Love Live.
That's true, yes, Love Live. But that's an idol show. I don't really count them as... I guess
Yeah, I
I'd
know.
put them into two different things, like idol shows, and then the ones that are like, actual music.
Yeah, of course.
Actual music. Idol shows are actual music as well, but never mind. You know what I mean. But
Yeah.
anyway. One thing that we wanted to say, poor segue. Do you know what else is a popular formula to get yourself noticed? It's commenting on YouTube drama. So,
Oh no.
Oh no, didn't
Who
do
is
it.
it this time?
What now?
I find it just it's a funny one. It's okay. It's have you guys ever heard of For Never World?
Kind of.
Pretty popular. He's a
Never
show.
World.
I should be more specific. Shonen.
Oh yes, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shonen
that's
YouTube
the thing with
drama.
that one guy who was doing like the Frank reaction videos. Oh god.
Yes, that was amazing. It's him, For Never World, and Double for Anime, another popular YouTuber. They're
Yeah.
pretty big in the shonen review community. They have about 300 to 400 subscribers each, which is not bad. A few more than us. Couple
They
more
have
than we
more
do.
than
Hey,
300.
but grand scheme, not that many more than us.
Did I say 300,000? Not 300 to 400.
You said 300 to 400.
Okay,
No, you left off the 1,000.
oh, sorry.
There's a difference there.
They have 300 to 400,000 each.
They're giving us hope and then cutting us down.
So
we
if,
are up to a whole 40. So
yeah,
we're
41
getting
apparently.
there.
41. We're back up from what, 39?
Yeah, we took a dip. We went back.
Damn.
We went down to like 36, and now we're
I
back.
sure hope we don't get some hardcore handshakers and subbing. Hardcore handshaker fans. Or hardcore handshakers in general, like people who go around and specialize in handshakes, so they're pretty excited about this new show.
I love a good
Finally
handshake.
have their niche interest catered to.
Yes,
So,
my name
like,
is Robert
politicians?
Johnson. I am a handshaking expert, and I have
Robert
some choice
Johnson,
words for this.
You're the
Manga
originator
Raider.
of blues. It's so nice to meet you.
The Manga Raid. You Manga Raiders, you're all about the fist bump. The fist bump has taken the integrity of the handshake a long, long time
That's
ago.
Bob Dole's thing.
As
Yeah.
a matter of fact, I am the least interesting person in the planet, and I don't like you talking about handshaking. What the hell is an anime? My name is Robert Johnson, handshaking expert.
Wait, Robert Johnson, how are you still alive? There's only like 2 pictures of you in existence.
I actually lost my hands years ago in a tragic handshaking accident.
But you're such an innovative guitarist, and like, come on, what happened? Why didn't you make more songs?
I lost my hands years ago in a tragic handshaking
How did you see the
accident.
video of the guy playing with his feet?
Pay attention, you
You can
fuck.
do it, Robert Johnson. We believe
Yeah,
in
Robert
you.
Johnson.
Sell
Any
somebody
armless
else's
person
soul.
who
I
can't.
can shred with my arm nubbins all day long. You
Play
just
the butt
watch me.
tambourine.
Oh, nubbins. Okay. Okay.
But
Wow.
Wiggle your cheeks to the beat. Better than an enema because you get to make music.
I don't even know what we're on.
That's my masterpiece. Play it at the end of the episode, Mr.
Mr. Tambourine
Butt.
Butt. Can I just say that picture still disturbs me to this day? The thumbnail of
amazing
Mr.
art from
Tambourine Butt
there.
is so weird.
It's amazing.
I don't like
My
it.
masterpiece.
It disturbs me.
Please play Mr. Tambourine Butt at the end of the episode.
Okay, guys, make
I
sure
like
you
the
stick
way-
around to the end because Mr. Tambourine Butt will be played.
That in that artwork, I originally drew him with a bigger mouth, but I couldn't quite erase it because the line was too
Yeah.
dark. And now he just kind of has this weird stubble in addition to being a
Yeah.
naked man with a tambourine in his butt.
It's incredible.
I thought that was his cheek, like some kind of cheek. He has arm nubbins
Nope.
as well.
Yep.
It's incredible. It's
I love how
incredible.
you've credited my Buns. That's the
Well, of
person
course,
behind the
'cause
artwork.
All my other
That's
things are drawn
amazing.
by me. So I had to credit the best one in the gallery.
Just in case anyone knew. If you want more of Buns' Mr. Tambourine Butt sketches, head on over to mangaraders.com and you'll find loads there. That might be not true.
Is that going to have to be a recurring character as of now?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my-
now a thing. Do you know, we have things that happen once a show and have entered into happy hour lore. So, like, Hitler references normally happen almost every show. Sword Art Online gets dissed. That's normally a thing. Dolphin Hips recently has been a big thing that gets mentioned. An Alex Ice story goes around.
Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to my motherfucking Alex Ice Cream Bag. Give me some-
Alex, again, I'm telling you, come on the show. I really want to interview you.
Do you think Alex Isis has Twitter?
He
I'm
has
fucking
to
going
have
on this.
Twitter.
I mean, we can find out.
Alex Isis. Oh my god, there's a Facebook page. Is it the actual
Are
person?
you kidding me?
I need to find out. Oh, it has no information. Oh, that's awkward. Okay.
Oh,
It
never
might
mind.
be because it's got 4 likes. It might.
Honestly, I don't really want to see what Alex looks like because I have this image in my head and I don't want to break it.
Oh, I found an alexicecream.info, but it's not him. It's some fucking imposter from Wales. Fuck you, Alex.
Freaking Wales.
Twitter's not coming up with anything good. There's
Fake
an Alex,
Alex.
on Ice, but I don't think that's the guy. I think that might be a Yuri on Ice.
That's a
fan
Yuri on Ice
page.
fan page.
It's called Yowie.
Speaking-
It's called. It's. Never mind.
Speaking of Yuri on Ice, I've got to say, I'll hold my hands up because when I watched the first couple episodes, I guess I'm not very good at spotting yaoi. I was like,
Yeah,
this,
you're not.
I was like,
Obviously not.
this show isn't that yaoi. It's okay. I mean, there might be some little bits there, like hints towards it, but you know, yeah, it turned out full on yaoi. So that's me. My yaoi radar is on the fritz. I'm not very good.
Gotta
So
get
these
better
men
yaoi
started
goggles.
kissing each other, and I started to get suspicious.
I was thinking that's just what boys do, you know, when you're on the ice skating team. We've all been
It's
there
the
as
same
kids.
thing as when you smack the butts in football.
Yeah, some smack
Do
the
you guys
arse
know?
or whip the
do you guys
towel.
know- Do you guys know Ookie Cookie?
Yes, I know what it is.
I'll explain to our viewers. It's when a bunch of guys in a locker room stand in a circle and jack off into a cookie, and the last guy who jerks it has to freaking eat it.
The last guy who ejaculates.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Shouldn't
I
it
just
have to
wanted
be the
to- I
first
wanted
guy
to
that
know-
goes-
Heard of that?
I wanted to know
thought
if that was a thing that like people.
I
know.
thought that
It's
Corin.
lasting to the end would be the winner, right?
Corin makes a very good point. Yeah, surely premature ejaculation should not be rewarded. That should be, you know.
No, the point is like how fast.
I know, but like that's not a
Yeah.
good thing. Like,
Yeah, but then you have to eat it. Like,
Yeah, obviously. But
do you want to eat that? I mean,
no, I don't want to.
I'm not
eat
gonna
that. I'm
diss
just
you.
shall we have a go
saying,
now? Shall we try it?
No,
Come on, guys.
we
The
should
dicks
try
out,
it.
cookies down.
We're all in different places.
Well, we'll have to eat our own. Whoever finishes last has to eat
We're gonna
their own.
send it by mail, so it'll get nice and crispy. by then.
Oh! No, moving on. Stop it. Stop
You're gonna
it.
put it through the cheese grater on your nachos.
Stop it. Speaking of Yuri on Ice, what an award-winning show that was, according to Crunchyroll. Woo!
Well, it probably won all the awards, didn't it?
It did win. It won everything pretty much it was nominated for. Did you? It won Best Animation.
It does not
Okay,
deserve to win.
I did watch some
awards.
animation from that show. It is really pretty.
It does not deserve to win over
There's a
flip-flops.
few really good scenes where they poured the money into, but I don't think it's overall the best.
Yeah,
animated.
the first episode, the first 2 were really nice, but there were some
Oh, yeah.
transitions that were just meh. Also, the winner of the best villain was Gaku Yashiro from Erased. Really?
No,
Really?
he wasn't even a good villain. Neither was the guy from freaking Cabaneri. But
Drifters, the villain was Jesus. Come on,
how
man.
could you? How could you be better than Jesus?
Exactly.
Well, you're the Beatles.
Well,
Yeah, but the
Deciding to
Beatles
the
weren't
Beatles.
villains, depending who you ask.
Best
well, I
drama.
mean, they're villains to society. They've ruined everybody. They ruined youth. They got them all on drugs.
That's true.
Best drama was
Damn them.
Erased. Runner was Kiss
You should be on drugs.
Be on drugs. Everyone
I
get
guess
on
my
drugs.
biggest problem with the Crunchyroll Anime Awards is that it was really obviously slanted towards the things that had just finished.
Of course, yeah. Oh no, best comedy. Haven't you heard? I'm Sakamoto.
Okay, fair
Okay.
enough. But
Best
Sakamoto, they're funnier shows, but like Konosuba. But fair enough.
Best opening. Yuri on Ice. Are you being serious?
These people do not watch a Manchu.
Best
Otherwise,
ending.
they would have a different opinion.
Yuri on Ice. Come on.
It's all these dang Fujoshi that are skewing the voting results. Probably the same ones who got us Donald Trump and Brexit. They just they love
You
cute boys
motherfuckers.
kissing each other, and
Hey, did
I
can't
don't
get
know if
that with
that's-
Hillary Clinton.
did you guys hear that Three Doors Down are gonna play for Donald's?
Shut up.
He tried to get kissed. He actually tried to get kissed, but he couldn't.
Oh
am
man.
Avoiding
they're
as much
busy
as I
people.
can about that nonsense.
It's the Crunchyroll awards were pretty shit, and yeah, they were very skewed towards certain things, but never mind. We don't
You
care.
think they can get Bob Dylan to play at the award ceremony for Crunchyroll?
Hopefully. How
What else is
many
Bob Dylan
shows
doing nowadays?
must Crunchyroll sponsor?
He doesn't sing like that anymore, let me tell you.
Yeah, he ain't as good as me anymore. He ain't got my pipes, that's for certain.
No, he has no pipes at all
I
these
guess
days.
they'll just settle for Manimal.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll Anime Music Awards. If you're looking for someone to play,
We have an
I know a
excellent
guy.
Bob Dylan impersonation. But yeah,
Yeah, do that.
I
look like
realized-
popcorn.
I realized I totally dropped the double for anime and for never world thing. It is. Do you know when people air their dirty laundry
Not even worth
repeatedly?
mentioning.
It's funny. It's just amazingly funny. I think that double for anime guy is hilarious in his reaction.
That guy, again, he wins every time anyone brings him up because that's all he wants. So anytime anyone mentions his name, he's winning.
What, from us?
know?
Fuck. He's
Even from us, from anybody.
yeah, he's really
Jeez.
funny to me. Like when he did that Filthy Frank thing, he wanted to take down Filthy Frank, so his response was to
again.
stand with his shirt off against the backdrop of all of his Naruto manga because Filthy Frank insulted Naruto fans, and then
Again,
like just stood there
he knew he
seething
was
at the
doing-
video. It was amazing.
He knew exactly what he was doing when he did that.
No, he
and
didn't. He's
got
an
the-
impulsive
Yes,
prick who
he
can't
knew
control his own
exactly-
emotions.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He knows what buttons to push, and it works.
He got
Because-
destroyed. I mean,
yeah, but
I know
we're
what you mean.
talking
He
about
gets
him.
subs.
We are talking about this person.
I know
right
what
now.
you're
Think
saying.
about that.
Being controversial gets attention.
Exactly.
Some do it intentionally, but I think, like I say, you
Again,
watch
how
it.
Donald Trump won the election.
That's true.
Who's
Okay.
Yoshi?
Double
And
for
we're
anime
bringing
and
it
Donald Trump are the
right
same
now.
person. Shall we just say
Secrets are revealed on episode 73.
Donald? That's an episode title. Donald Trump and Double for Anime are the same person.
Oh,
There we
don't
go.
put his name in the title. Jesus.
No, we're doing it.
That'll get us
No,
hits on
Yeah, think of how
YouTube.
many hits we'll get.
Will we?
Honestly.
Yeah, I'm not
Will
good.
So many
we?
people are Googling for
Really?
Donald Trump right now. So many.
Anyone who
Yes.
Googles Donald Trump and Double for Anime, we are going to service you both. Hi, all you Donald Trump supporters.
I'm sure a lot of people simultaneously search it up.
Well, actually, call this episode Donald Trump Controversy, and we're going to get so many goddamn hits.
Raking
Yeah,
in
but
that
there's so many
YouTube
episodes-
money.
so many
We just
videos
start
called that
throwing
already.
out
How's anyone going to find
subjects.
this?
It'll be okay because of our tags, Manimal. Our tag game's going to be
it's all about
strong.
Tags.
Moving on. Yeah, fuck that controversy. I can't be asked to discuss it. It's stupid. Just grow up.
Brought it up,
That's
so of
the
course you
that's
wanted
the
to
bottom
discuss
line
it.
of it. You fell out. You used to be friends. Grow up. Moving on. Nintendo Switch has been. Well, the press conference has just happened for us because we're recording on Saturday night. Anyone excited? Anyone getting it?
Well, the
I
biggest
will get it
reveal-
eventually.
When
Probably.
it becomes available.
I say, when
Briefly.
it becomes available, when it has more than 3 games.
There was a few announced. It's got some good games
there's
announced.
It's very slim on
Launch titles.
titles at this
You got
point.
Splatoon 2. That's pretty cool. Except
So
it's
you
gonna
got
make the
you got
first
Splatoon
one
2, you
now.
got Breath of the Wild. The new Mario wasn't announced as a launch title. It's just coming.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's not a launch title, no. Yeah, but to be Zelda.
Yeah, but shouldn't Mario
Splatoon,
always be a launch title? Isn't that like a tradition?
Should- No, not really.
If you've got
GameCube didn't have a Mario launch title. I mean, I had Luigi's
I know the
Mansion,
N64.
but
I know the N64 did. I don't know
Super
what the other
Mario
ones.
64. No, GameCube was Luigi's Mansion, which was a
the
awesome
Wii
thingy.
Wii didn't. I don't believe
Oh, okay.
its big red title was like red something.
No, its
Red
big title
Steel.
was Wii Sports.
Yeah, Red
no, but, like,
Steel.
Red
Oh,
Steel
that
was also
a bag
the
of
big one.
shit.
Oh, okay.
And because they all came with Wii Sports, it's not what people were getting psyched
I
about.
know. But hold on. The biggest reveal of all was that Bowser has Peach wallpaper on his phone.
I think we all kind of suspected.
I know. I
We
just
have
found
to
that hilarious.
understand that Vacant owns a PlayStation Vita, so when he heard 3 games, that was a pretty good day for that console.
Oh, God.
Free games galore. That's a lot. As long as it's not like an app, it's okay.
More coming soon. What?
What?
Look, I just want them to announce another Metroid game. That's all I want.
They
When's-
might.
know
wasn't the
you're
last
sad
one? Wasn't the
because
last one not even
Metroid has
related
been
to the
ignored.
series?
But as a No More Heroes fan, this was something I never fucking expected.
I would say they announced probably No More Heroes 3, but like
Was that the official title?
no, they
probably
just
No More
announced
Heroes,
that Suda51's doing another game, and they had the dude from No More Heroes up on the screen.
Travis touchdown.
So more than likely, No More Heroes 3.
Wait, why isn't it Lollipop Chainsaw 2 if they're doing it?
Because they wanted to. Man, No More Heroes is real good.
Yeah.
It can't be better than Lollipop Chainsaw. Nothing's better than that.
I mean,
Nothing?
It could be.
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Not even Sonic 3D Blast.
Not even Star Wars.
Oh boy.
He's in a corner
Shin Megami
now.
Tensei 5 or whatever the new project turns out to be is also going to be on Switch. So
Yeah.
That's true.
unless it takes as long as Fire Emblem Sharp FE or whatever that game was to make,
Which it probably
pretty
will.
it probably will.
I mean, we're also expecting they'll probably get Final or Kingdom Hearts 2 point something, maybe.
Oh, no, that's gonna be
2.967.
PS4.
2.96. I think Utada announced that she's gonna be doing the song for the next game. Naturally.
Kingdom Hearts 3 or
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3.
wow.
I mean,
So
look,
Come
Kingdom
in
Hearts
2018,
90210 is a console seller at launch.
they already got to number 9.
No, they've got to Kingdom Hearts 2.82, I think it is.
It's some bullshit.
It's 2.8 Final Mix Prologue or something. I went
Final
over this with Corn
I-
like
I-
3 different times, the
I-
bundles of Kingdom Hearts games coming
Still
out.
don't understand, but I did watch some gameplay from the new one. It looks pretty smooth.
Oh, the new one
Pretty
looks sick. As in
Yeah, it
Kingdom
looks
Hearts
pretty
3?
slick.
Yeah, it
No,
looks
not
awesome.
3.
Oh,
No,
2.
2.8 some shit.
Okay.
We haven't seen anything out of 3.
We've seen some
Yeah,
demos.
we have.
Have
There's
we?
that one
Yeah,
trailer.
there's been some
Have we seen gameplay
Not
footage?
demos, sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's probably like pre-rendered.
yeah,
Not
trailer
real
gameplay.
footage.
What I saw was like people who had an advanced copy, which I'm assuming is 2.8.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No,
probably
that won't be free. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
That's
that's a
what
long way off.
They're gonna surprise drop it next week. I'm predicting it.
I mean, that's kind of been the theme recently, hasn't it?
Everyone's gonna wake up and it's gonna be on the PlayStation
Not for-
Store.
Not for Square Enix. It's slow as fuck doing anything.
You know, I don't care. 15's fantastic.
It is. It was worth
It was
the wait.
worth the 10-year wait.
Probably worth noting you haven't finished the game yet.
Oh, no
That's
one's
fine.
Well,
No, well, a few people sure have,
yeah.
but it's still good. It's still fun. I still enjoy playing it.
I'm
A
40
soft
odd hours
ending
in.
won't dismiss that fact.
Yeah. I'm 40 odd hours in and nowhere near the end. I'm on
Okay,
chapter 5.
Like I've played, I don't know if I'm 40, but at least 30 hours in, and I've been very satisfied.
Yeah.
Does he cut his hair at the end?
Oh,
He gets a haircut. Or
I mean, neither of us are there.
thank you. He gets a haircut.
Damn.
That's the real
Thanks.
plot twist.
That's the plot twist. Noctis gets his haircut. Maybe dyes it a little. Who knows?
I'm not even sure it's a cut. He just doesn't cut it and it grows.
Yeah,
Frosted
pretty
tips.
much.
Please don't spoil the game for me.
Anyway,
I
Final
just
Fantasy
had the
15
ending
is
spoiled for me
fun.
today by my friend Other Brian, who has finished it.
Stop
Are
it,
you
O'Brien.
even going to play the game?
Probably not.
No, it doesn't matter.
And it's all
Doesn't
because of
start.
other Brian.
Fuck
It's
you.
always
Doesn't
Other
really
Brian.
look like my cup of tea. It's not Final Fantasy 12, the best one.
Well, that's getting an HD remix, dude, so you're fine, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Lightning Returns.
Okay, hold on. Lightning Returns was actually pretty good, just nobody played it because nobody
I
liked
have it.
And here's how you know you can dismiss all of Matt's opinions.
Oh.
Ready
Hey,
to
I got it.
defend Final Fantasy.
I got it.
13.
I got it back
Yeah,
in the
you
Target
defend
days.
Final Fantasy 12, so we'll fuck your opinions right in the ass.
I was gonna say if you're pitching Final Fantasy 12 as the best one, that's not much better.
No, best one is Tactics.
Tactics is sweet. Tactics is
I got,
pretty
I
awesome.
got like
I'm not gonna lie.
X whatever
But no,
on PS2.
I had that on
haven't
PSP.
picked it.
Lightning Returns is solid. It's just not your traditional Final Fantasy game. Don't let it dissuade you.
It goes 7, 10, 9, no, 8 and 9. They're all there, like the top
Wait,
4.
what the fuck is 9 about exactly?
It's
It's kind of a
good.
throwback game.
For those
'cause it's
for
more
those of you
traditional
who
fantasy.
haven't played 15 yet, in 15 you can buy sound like CDs for your car
Yeah.
that play the soundtracks of the previous game. And I was listening to Nines today, and I'm thinking, I don't actually know what the fuck Nine's about. I know Vivi's in it.
Let me try in it. Okay.
That's it.
So there's some warring nations. Oh god. Okay, so there's some warring nations. You play as Zidane, who's like got a monkey tail, which comes spoilers for Final Fantasy 9. he's actually something called a genome, which is kind of a clone made by one of the main bad guys. And yeah, it's weird. Did you say Jerome?
Lord Genome.
Oh,
Like
Lord
genome? Like the human genome?
Probably
Like
pronounced
Gurren
genome.
Lagann, Lord Genome.
As in head. Never mind.
For some reason, I thought you said Jerome, and then I just immediately started thinking of Zidane as a black man.
You're a freaking
The
dome.
Final Fantasy enemy, Jerome.
Yeah, Jerome's coming down. Because I was thinking of Jerome Cameron, who's a football player.
Gonna play some gome.
Anywho, yeah, so basically he's a clone of, made by this bad guy who wanted, like, a utopian society. You don't find this out until, like, the end of Disc 3. And the other bad clone, who's another one, Kuja, who's a bad guy. It's really, I'm trying to think of how to explain the story now, because, like, there's the queen of the rival nation. Her daughter is a summoner, like a special summoner. She's not her real daughter. You somehow end up into contact with her, and she runs away with you, and then you collect all of these Aeons. God, what happens? And then the city gets... I can't remember, actually. I need to go back. The city gets
Any
destroyed.
Final Fantasy after about 5 or 6 is real hard to describe in a couple sentences.
That's very, very true. Because
Yeah.
the plot changes a lot in between that. Like, it's basically loads of people having a war. Then the final boss is like this tree of life that isn't really explained and kind of just comes out of nowhere, but whatever.
Idrisil?
No, it's called Necron, I believe.
Okay, because Lightning Returns had a tree of life that was Idrisil.
I think it's called Necron, but it's not really kind of... it's just sort of like you face Kuja, beat Kuja, and then it's like, oh, this was what he went to. Here's the tree as the final boss. Beat it.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you beat Kuja, cutscene, then have the final boss, and then it's like, oh, okay.
I guess hate that shit.
Yeah, it's like, I guess I'll fight this thing.
Like,
Sure.
I'm excited to see what the final boss of 15 is going to be, because at this point I have no real idea. Like,
I
there
know
was...
what it is.
Yeah, shut up. Like, at the beginning of 15, there's like a 30-second, like, cutscene sort of thing.
I didn't know it was a flash
Where
forward.
there's a giant there's like it's a flash forward, and there's like a giant flaming man, but that's all we know. And I have no idea what happens.
Shut up! I have a guess at who
I
that
hold
is.
all the power.
I have a
now.
guess at what that is. But I won't say it on air because I still haven't got there. So you know.
Okay, let's not discuss Final 15 until we both finished the game.
Let's move on
Why,
from
that's
all
Jerome,
Final Fantasies.
the true final enemy.
Jerome is the final boss.
The big flaming naked man sitting in a chair.
Jerome. He's the best in Final Fantasy. He's the best summon that you can get. His name's Jerome. He's gonna kick your ass. Guess what? Amazon's launching its own streaming service for anime. It is called Amazon Strike, and it's going to be available for Amazon Prime customers in the US for $4.99 a month.
Okay.
Are you gonna have any exclusives?
It's going to have a pretty slim catalog.
So is there any reason I should pay for this service other than just watching Crunchyroll for free, which I already do?
Let me have a look at what their lineup. Okay, so they have The Great Passage, Scum's Wish, Blue Exorcist. Okay, so they've got some pretty new stuff from the Winter Saga.
I'm already watching. It's already on net. It's already fucking on Crunchyroll.
Yeah, and then
I don't have to pay for it.
What's going on?
And Paprika, Tokyo Godfathers, and Magical Girl Lyrico Nan.
What are you talking about? What I
Nanoa,
missed?
Amazon Strike, the new streaming service from them, the subscription channel
Oh,
that they're launching. The good, not so much that the thing that struck me with this is not so much their lineup. Like, it's not exactly a stellar lineup, and though it's quite cool that they've got some like simulcasts. I know, obviously, you said Crunchyroll has that. It's their first specific subscription channel, like for Amazon. Like, they just have Amazon Prime TV.
Do you need to get Amazon Prime and this on top of it?
You do. You
That's
already have to be an Amazon Prime
What is it
member.
called?
no, like Amazon Prime.
Amazon
is-
Strike, it's called.
I have thought about getting Amazon Prime just so I could watch the great something
Great.
with the Top Gear guys.
Grand Tour or
The
something?
Grand
Grand
Tour,
Tour.
yeah. Because I was talking to a dude at work who's got it just to watch that show, and he says it's really good, and I kind of have to because I fucking love those guys. And
also you get unlimited next day delivery, which is what I have.
Is it next day delivery or is it like 2-day delivery?
Next day, unlimited free next day delivery.
It's 2-day delivery.
Jesus,
it's next day here.
It took 3
England's
days
got it
for me
better.
to get Daydream Nation.
England's smaller. That's the advantage.
England is smaller. That's basically it.
Yeah, we have.
You can get places the next day. I mean, I guess you can get anywhere in America the next day, but you need like a fucking jet to do it.
That's true. I guess that's the reason why yours is 2 days. But yeah, ours is if you pay £80 a year or $7.99 a month, then you just get unlimited next day delivery, which is pretty good. Like I just have it for that because I buy a lot of shit off Amazon.
You buy off Amazon, I guess.
I tend to buy quite often off Amazon, but anything off there. It's.
I mean, I prefer to always buy in like a brick and mortar store just because I like I don't know.
Actually seeing
I like
what
the
you're buying.
act of it.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough.
Amazon is great for the weird stuff that you cannot find locally.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm on Amazon right now, just cruising around, and I found a book that's called Will It Waffle, which I don't think I'm going to find at the local Barnes & Noble.
That's awesome. But yeah, Amazon Strike, I just think it's really... I think
They're using Vivid Strike as a selling point, really?
I think
that's the show. That's the show where the girl beats the shit out of her bullies and actually like murders them or nearly kills them.
I'll kill your ass.
Literally, it's like this like cute girl show, but she like dislocates one of their. It's brutal.
No, it's just I don't know. It's just called Amazon Strike. I don't know if they've taken inspiration from that. Maybe they're going to bully you into having it.
Maybe they were so taken by Vivid Strike in that scene.
Possibly.
Because literally, she like smashes one of their faces against a locker, and there's like bone crushing sounds. It's really intense.
Yeah, I think it's quite a statement, though. It's quite an emphatic statement that the first specialist, I guess we'll say, a subscription that they launch is an anime one, particularly in the West.
I mean, we certainly have the market, you know.
Yeah, I think
like Crunchyroll's doing pretty good, I think, for themselves.
Yeah.
So obviously, there's people who are willing to pay for anime.
Well, this is what I like because Amazon, I think, without question, is a more recognizable brand than Crunchyroll.
Obviously.
Not to say they're going to offer a better product, but that's going to make people take notice. I think
they'll offer the same product, I think.
They probably are. There's probably more money from Amazon. They'll probably acquire the rights to things. Depends how badly they want to tap into that market. I don't know if they'd be willing, if the bankroll is behind it, like if the bankroll is behind that, if there's enough money in anime to acquire the rights and simulcast and everything, or indeed if they're working in partnership with Crunchyroll. But having a massive brand like Amazon go in for it, I think that's good news. Because the more
maybe they're just trying to murder Crunchyroll and Funny now that they teamed up. So like, I'll show you guys.
Maybe.
I mean, I can't complain because the more they get into this, the more widespread it becomes.
Exactly.
And like, maybe in one day we won't in America have to pay $100 for a Blu-ray of anime.
Well,
Possibly.
no, they make stuff like that for collectors, specialized kind of series, because people like that will pay money for it. Otherwise, no one else will buy it.
Yeah.
My point is, it's always super expensive here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe one day it won't be. Maybe one day we'll match prices.
Well, this is the thing.
Blu-rays are always expensive in general. Even like most of them only have a couple episodes, and they go up to $60.
Mm-hmm.
I know. That's not my point.
Well, no, that's what they are. That's how,
Yes.
how the yen translates. I mean,
Yeah.
But there's always a markup.
yeah. But,
which may not exist if it's so prolific in here. This is the thing. The more companies that are vying for the rights to certain animes, because the more competition, that always benefits the consumer ultimately, I believe. The more shows, there's more shows that are going to get acquired, the more maybe the prices go down. It may be cheaper or easier to access it. Because as we always say, competition is always best for a consumer. Because then, we'll get the best deals. And just having that massive powerhouse of a brand, that's good news. Like if Amazon are serious about it and they treat it well, who knows? I'm a firm believer that anime is going to go the same way as comic books and Marvel. in the next 10 to 20 years, it is going to be enter the mainstream hard, just like comic books have done. Do you not?
So, but
not every
again,
anime.
It depends how things like Ghost in the Shell go. It depends how all this business goes down, really.
Exactly. We're in it. We're riding the wave at the moment, so it's quite exciting times for us.
We're not. There's no wave yet. The wave has to be set by something, so we'll see.
Well,
I can't wait to get to the point where I can look at people watching Quasar Stigmata and I can tell them how I watched it before it was cool.
We can be anime hips.
I can't wait. That'll be a great time.
I'd also like it to be on public record. I have not watched that show.
Yeah.
Should any future employers be listening to this episode wondering whether or not they should hire me, I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not saying that like School Days or Handshakers is going to be like, on the main TV channels at like 5 p.m. It's not going to be a primetime kind of thing, but...
You don't think that live-action Handshakers with Brad Pitt is going to soar?
If it was live action, it'd be better than whatever they put on the screen.
It's motion captured.
Oh, yeah, I'll still take it. Are you saying that
Brad Pitt is already the driving force behind Handshakers?
Yeah, he was really big in the first episode. So he went to like 20th Century Fox and proposed it. So they were like, sure, let's do it.
I've got an idea, guys. I want to do Handshakers. But you're not a 10-year-old boy, Brad.
This is why Angelina Jolie broke up with him, because she saw the early draft of Handshakers and just said, I want a divorce.
Nothing
get away from my children.
Oh, right. Okay, without further ado then.
What are we talking about the shows?
Fuck the news. First impressions of the winter season.
There's gonna be an adaptation of Citrus and that other manga. It's like NTR something. So 2017 will be the year of
God,
Yuri.
yeah.
Thank all lords. That's like Citrus is a great manga. So the fact that it's getting an adaptation that's fantastic. I totally didn't expect that. So yeah.
Do you know? Do you know when Citrus is coming out? What season, or is it just in 2015?
I think that it will be summer or fall, and NTR, whatever the title is, should be next season. I hope.
Oh, cool! Because I've heard you talking about Citrus, so I'll be excited to watch that.
Citrus is good, and I'm just happy that we're getting actual Yuri instead of all like the Yuri bait that we got last year, like New Game and Matchu and all that business.
Okay.
So see how it goes.
What about Valkyria Mermaid Chronicles or other things?
That wasn't last year, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about, because there's no value in that except for
I mean, I think that's value unto itself.
Yeah, but it's not like
you exclude all that value. There's no value. It's not. Yeah, but like when I talk
about Yuri, I'm talking about like. Never mind.
We are talking about two different kinds of value.
Are you talking about the Boob Touch Power Up show?
Yeah,
I am. Yes.
Yes. Mermaid Drive or something?
Yes. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
Valkyrie Drive Mermaid is a masterpiece.
Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. Weird fucking show.
True masterpiece of all history. Same with Cross Ange or whatever it's called.
Cross Hand?
Cross Ange. And Angie. Cross Angie. Rolling Stones Angie. Let's talk about the new show. Oh, wait. Vacant has taken a leave. There's been a leak in his roof, and he needs to seal it with tape. So, in the meantime, we're going to be discussing how bad he smells today. He smells terrible. I cannot believe it.
I cannot smell him because he is in England. All I smell is delicious, delicious cashews.
Yeah, but like he smells terrible. Like I smell his breath through the microphone. Like he hasn't brushed his teeth in a couple days, or like freaking what's wrong with this man?
Well, let's be honest. Bad dental hygiene is just a hallmark of the British working class.
Now, what if you're at the dentist and they suddenly started putting peanut butter on your pancreas?
First of all, I would ask why the dentist had access to my pancreas.
Had access? Like that's something you just grant people permissions for?
Like you need a scalpel and shit to get in there with?
You may have access to my pancreas.
You can't just like open up and get me to the pancreas. Like you gotta. There's cutting involved, man.
You gotta buy me a drink first before you get access to these goods.
Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about the new shows already.
Okay. So first up is a little popular one.
Me for my pancreas.
Wait, you guys, you gotta shave hand. Oh my god, you gotta save Handshakers for the last one. It's the grand finale.
You want that to be the last one? Okay.
Yes.
Nah, I guess because you hadn't watched anything. You weren't here last week. I don't know why I was going to say you hadn't watched anything last week. You weren't on last week's show. So, nah, have you watched have you watched anything on the winter season other than Handshakers?
Yes. I think first up, because I went down my list of things I recommended to people mistakenly. And one of them was Kimono Girls, which was the Sahara
The Nekomimis.
creatures.
Yeah.
The animals of the Sahara got hit by magic stuff, and now they're cute moe girls. It's actually a full-length 22-minute show.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And serious? Boy, they don't have enough material to fill 22 minutes.
Oh, wow. I didn't think that was full length.
And it was long and boring. Really, the only good part of it was, the character designs are kind of cute and adorable. It would work best as a mobile game, but wouldn't you know it? It's a mobile game. I would say skip Kimono Girls.
That's a kid's show, though. So
it's all 3D animated. There's a weird fight scene with this goop creature that leaks stardust, which I'm guessing is the premium currency of the game.
It's not. It wasn't good. Okay, we'll skip that one then. We gave it a try at least, or you did.
Yeah, we gave it a try.
You guys already talked about Gabriel Drop, didn't you?
No, we didn't. That was a good show, though. That was a great first episode.
That was a pretty good first episode. I liked it.
It's like, honestly, the funniest show so far. It had a lot of great jokes. The character dynamics are very fun, and especially the way that it flips right in the beginning, because she comes to Earth all pure and then finds out about video games and gets lured into buying microtransactions and gets ruined forever.
That sounds pretty good, actually. I haven't checked it out yet, but I do want to.
It was actually a great first episode.
Worth coming back for a second episode, I'd say.
Okay.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I think the third one I recommended to people, and I'm sorry, was Idle Incidents. That's the... Now, I thought what that show was going to be was a Moe Idol version of Japanese The Diet. But instead, it's the regular everyday Japanese Diet about a political party made up of idols.
Oh,
That's
yes!
hilarious.
This was the political party one. Yes.
It's still dumb and bad, but on some level, this is a show that's like The West Wing, where everyone sings and dances. And the show I want it to be is not what's there, but I'm tempted to come back to it just because
I really wish it was
the show
Gary
I
Johnson
think it could
show.
be is there.
The Gary Johnson show. This is the show America needs right now. Amazon Strike, if you're out there, please get this one.
Honestly, Idle Incidents was a really bad first episode. It rushed everything. There was no time for development. It packed 3 episodes worth of content just to get its premise out. The idea is funny, but this episode was not good.
I'm just saying, make America anime again.
I don't think Aaron Sorkin's done much of anything since he left The West Wing. Can we get him to write the next Idol anime?
They can write
Or if anyone's wanting to spice up the new season of House of Cards on Netflix, maybe introduce the Idol party.
The Idol party.
Is Morning Musume going to make a cameo?
Ooh, could be.
Sure,
That'd be
why not? What
Vote
does
Love Live or vote Idolmaster?
We're going to build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. How are we going to make them pay for it? Send in some snake girls, guys. We got this shit. Go in.
Snake girls. That's interesting.
We're going to make them pay for it by putting on the
Morning
best
Musume,
goddamn
not
dance
Monster.
competition.
No, I said Morning Musume as in the idol group. Jesus.
Sorry, I was thinking of Monster Musume. My head
No,
went...
get your facts straight.
Yeah.
We're building the wall with Mexico, not to keep out Mexicans, but all these goddamn monster girls.
Yeah. Just keep those monster girls to yourselves, Mexico. Jesus.
Speaking of monster girls you want to keep out, you don't want to keep out the monster girls of Interviews with Monster Girls, because that is a fun, cute show.
Isn't that called Demi-chan as well?
Yeah, Demi-chan wa Katarita or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but that was a fun, cute, adorable show. But the smart part about that show is not a creepy teacher hanging out with girls because he wants girls. It's a wonderful, upstanding, righteous teacher who's taking care of these girls, taking them under his wing while crushing on an actual teacher.
Okay,
that's
good.
refreshing.
He's not creeping on the little ones.
I mean, that's
kind
also
of getting help from the little ones
to bang
while he
the
crushes
female
on
teacher.
the sexy succubus who teaches math.
Okay, I
that's
like
a good
that.
dynamic.
Except the succubus can't be too sexy, so she has to wear frumpy clothing and act boring and run away all the time, or else she might, do evil things.
Do succubus things.
Yeah, it's a good premise, and it's
Right on.
inoffensive. It's it's good. It's good stuff.
Good.
Did you already talk about Dragon Maid last time?
No,
We didn't because it didn't air. That was a good first episode actually as well.
It's there's parts of that show are darker than I thought they would be.
Yeah, well, it's the fact that it's an adult lead character for one.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare. And like the phone joke when she picks up the phone and he's like, "Kill them! You have to kill them all." And then that was a funny first episode actually, especially when they go out drinking.
Nice. They have to
And
kill
the dragon girl just wants to kill the coworker.
Yeah.
of Miss Kobayashi.
Yeah, because like, and then like, this coworker is all cool, but he's secretly like into maids, and he puts like the freaking glasses on. That was a hilarious first episode. That'll be a fun show.
I saw a clip of it that made me want to watch it. It was just like
Which clip?
It was sort of preluding to her cooking and roasting her own tail.
Yeah,
Give her,
she cooks
and
up her own
the little
tail.
bits before that, it was so strange because it was so like fast. Like the jokes are like really rapid fire.
It's a fast show, and Kyoto Animation hasn't done something simple like this since like Nichijou or something like that. They haven't made a simple production like this in a while, so it's cool. It looks nice, and it should be good.
Yeah,
This could go in many directions. Probably you'd know more if you read the manga that's out, but I haven't touched that, so I'm interested to see where it's going.
Yeah, and I don't think. I mean, there's like subtext, but it's not going to be a yuri or anything fancy like that in there.
I don't think so. It could.
Again, there's just subtext, which is
Right in the first episode, it's not subtext. She says, "Hey, I love you," and Kobayashi goes, "Yeah, okay." She says, "No, I mean that sexually."
Yeah, right away.
That's just text.
It's just text. Yeah,
It's just text.
yeah. Oh my god.
It reminds me of a year in my dorms when there was a couple guys who were very much into each other. And I made the comment that our sexual undertones are more like overtones.
were their names Coriander?
Oh
No,
shit.
they weren't. It was a different year. I wasn't.
I
I
changed
wasn't
my name
on the
to
dorm.
Dustin for this story, so you don't know it's me.
Yeah.
You're Dustin Hills cowboy.
Yes,
Okay.
you can
Cowboys
hit me up
is
on
middle.
Tinder at Dustin Hills. Wait, no, Grinder, the other one.
Grinder.
Yeah.
That's the good one. That's where all the good
Fucked up
stuff
the
is.
joke. I'm
Do
sorry.
they play Judas Priest Grinder every time you load it up?
Probably
No, they play
not.
ZZ Top because I'm Dusty
No.
Hills.
Honestly, Grinder. The lyrics are Grinder looking for meat. That's honestly the chorus for the song. That is actually the chorus.
Well, there you go. Maybe they base the app on that. If you're looking for meat, the following
I'm
show
serious.
is,
Grinder looking for meat.
of course, episode 73 of the Happy Hour, proudly sponsored by Grinder. You're looking for meat out there. Make sure you
boy. Okay,
download
Nair.
that app.
Nair, did you
Getting-
watch Konosuba 2 episode 1?
I did watch Konosuba 2
It
episode
was great.
1.
It was more great. Konosuba
Very good show.
reintroduction. The humor was on point. Like the prison escape scene, and of course, like the Star Wars text.
When
And
the
when-
main
when-
girl, like the main assistant, pops up and says, "Hey, we're gonna bust you out of here. Take this lockpick."
Yeah, Aqua.
And
yeah.
the guy just picks it up and goes, "Okay, but it's a combination lock." So
and then
then
like
tosses it out the window and
then-
falls back asleep.
Megamin does the explosion, so it's like, oh, they might catch you. So she does the explosion with a bag on her head the next day.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah, it's great. It's more Konosuba. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Mhm. Did you see anything else?
Yes, I did.
Wow, you've seen a lot then.
Yeah.
like I said, the day that I spent at home was when there's a whole bunch of construction going on around our apartment as they renovate the other places. So rather than listening to the room right next to my bedroom have its bathroom redone, I watched anime.
Just incessant drilling. Just drown it out. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it was like someone was auditioning for Stomp next door. So rather than sleep in my bed, I napped on the couch and then watched anime.
Sounds good.
Right on. What else we got?
He watched Handshakers.
I watched Handshakers.
Wait, say that to the end.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
All right.
Anything else now? And then I'll hit some rapid fire.
I don't think so. There's a few more that I'm curious about, like Your Name and I don't know. I almost want to try the one about the fat kid who gets skinny to get revenge, but
yeah.
Again, I watched Your Name. That's a movie from last year, and like I didn't know anything about this film.
What about The Room?
Oh,
yeah,
One Room.
You called
One
it
Room.
Your Name.
Yeah.
As in, I watched that movie, but we can talk about that later. One Room is basically the kind of show you watch if you're a loser, so I'm going to keep up with it.
It's one I've got on my to-do list.
It's a POV show.
Really?
Yeah, it's POV.
Okay.
About a guy who moves into an apartment and interacts with various characters.
See, it's on my to-do list. I've not watched that just yet, or Chain Chronicle, which was one of the ones that I suggested, so I've not done that one yet. Pardon me. And Seiren Episode 2 as well as another one that I haven't watched.
Yeah, that was a good episode, actually. It really picked up, like, this is, again, you can't really judge shows in the first episode, because it picked up the spice. The main character has a fantasy in which he takes a shit and the girl smells between his legs. I have never heard of that before, but it is a thing that happened in his dream in this episode, among other things that he's interested in. That's a common fetish.
Wait, Manimal, did he have peanut butter between his legs?
No. But this episode, it really got a lot of interesting tones that and it was actually a pretty decent episode, I think. And then also freaking Scum's Wish. Oh man, this is gonna be a great show. Oh man, I hope it's gonna be amazing.
Kuzu no Honkai.
Great first episode. Finally, a freaking romance show where they just get right into it. They get right to action, and it has the setup for ultimate drama. And it's gonna be heartbreaking and great. I hope it's good.
Yeah. Did anyone else check out Kuzu no Honkai, Scum's Wish?
That is one that I'm probably going to wait until it's done so I can marathon it.
Yeah. It's
like there's a couple shows from last season like that I want to hit all at once. Like Occultic 9, because I don't remember anything between episodes.
Yeah. You enjoy Occultic 9?
I don't know.
Yeah. Kuzu no Honkai. It's a bit more adult, a bit more grounded, the romance.
Yeah.
It's not incest, despite what the first 10 minutes might lead you to believe.
She says brother in terms of an affectionate
I know
familiarity.
He's not her actual brother, but there's no other... It's only explained afterwards, or alluded to. It's not even explained, it's alluded to after. It was
pretty obvious for me.
It wasn't pretty obvious. Literally, he's a teacher, and she called him a Nichan multiple times. She referred to him as brother. It was only afterwards, when we got a bit of backstory, that we realized he's not actually her brother.
Well, yeah,
it's hotter if you justify it afterwards.
Sure.
Basically, she's in love with her. I think he was a neighbor. I'm not sure. He's an older neighbor who's sort of been a brotherly figure to her and her family. She's in love with him, but obviously he doesn't return her affection, so she's kind of just got a fuck buddy. That's basically, literally, the show is about two people who don't love each other. They're just fuck buddies. And
they haven't banged yet, though. They specified that.
Sorry, they haven't banged
got
yet.
To action yet.
Although, can we just say that the guy, Mugi-chan, his name is Mugi. His name is
Mugi.
His name's Mugi. I knew that was enough of... That was another plus in Manimal's box. Can I just say PSA for anyone who watches this shit? That sounds bad. Anyone who watches this and takes life lessons from it, can I just say, if a girl is crying during sex or the foreplay, maybe stop. That's a bad sign. Generally,
definitely stop.
No, that's not why she was crying though.
No,
She was
there's not a maybe.
She wasn't crying because like she was still going along with it. Like this is what it's not rape. It's not. It wasn't
Still,
like
no.
a rape setup.
Still stop.
It's-
Always stop.
She's crying because she's sad that it's not her brother. She's trying to pretend that it's her brother who's touching her, and it's not. And she's crying, but it still looks weird because it's like, well, the guy can see she's got tears in her eyes, and like he's just
but they have a mutual agreement to that because he's thinking of the other teachers. So
they basically close their eyes and pretend each other as someone else when they're getting to it.
So it'll lead to infinite drama, and if it's even 1% as good as White Album 2, then it'll be a good show.
Strange first episode, but it sets up. It could be some really good drama later. I don't know. Speaking of the other shonen/romance kind of show that we both watched, and that's Masamune-kun no Revenge, which is what which was what Nair said about earlier.
Episode 2 picks it up. It's still a lot of stuff I don't like about this show, but there's at least something more interesting with Yushino, and well, there's a lot of excessive panty shots that appeared because
the fan service.
You need a little bit of that. It was very sloppily and clumsily put in this episode. But
I know
whatever.
It's like they forgot to do it in episode 1. They're like, "Oh shit, no, there is fan service in the show, guys."
So they did it twice, and it was like that is not natural.
It was the same gag twice.
All panties.
Yeah, it was
with Siren or whatever. Everything that happens is natural, but that when you have a character's skirt literally flies all the way over, like that is no.
Yeah, same position. It's the exact same gag twice, and it was like, you've already done it, so why are you doing it again? Definitely an improvement on the first episode, Masamune-kun no Revenge. Yeah. I think it picked up. It has some potential. It added a bit of weight to some of the characters, or at least introduced some other characters that could be foils to the two main ones, which is Akagi and Masamune. So we'll see. I'm not going to drop it.
We'll see how it goes.
I do want to see what episode 3. Speaking of something I'm definitely not going to drop, Yojo Senkai, the Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Did this ever pick it up?
What the fuck? Episode 2 was 100 times better than episode 1.
Yeah, they wanted to fake you out. They wanted to just be like, what is this? Episode 1. So episode 2, they'll describe everything. And it was like, oh, that was kind of cool. There's freaking lolly salesman guy thing.
Yeah. Episode 1 was literally played 100% straight. There was no backstory. There was just, this is the battle, this is the situation, done. And you were just told to accept things. Episode 2 fills in the blanks, explains why things the way they are. It is another world, but it's another world very similar to ours, so that's the reason why Germany is Germany but slightly different, and why magic exists, and why the war's happening slightly afterwards.
Yeah, why it's World War I in 1923.
So let's say Universe A is the world where middle-aged salesman man comes from. Is that our world?
That's our world, yeah. He's basically a Japanese salaryman. He lays someone off. Spoilers for Yujo Senkai. He lays someone off, and he just talks about how he plays by the rules. If he plays by... Society has strict rules, and as long as you play by them, he doesn't care about the human aspect. But as long as he sticks inside the rules, he'll have a nice, easy life. So he shows no empathy. This pisses off God. And then he has it comes back to bite him. He has a near-death experience or a death. Well, he is.
No, he
is killed, basically. And then he has a conversation with God, but it was comedic. It was done sort of like it was comedy, where God was telling him that basically he'd pissed them off, and he was like refusing to accept them from a logical standpoint. And it was quite like there was a bit of comedy going on there. And then he gets reborn as a little girl. There was, like I say, it was missing elements in the first episode. There was a bit of comedy. There was a bit of, explanation for things. So it added a bit more gravitas to the show. And I must say, the voice acting and character design of Tanya, the main character, it's my favourite character of the winter season so far. I know we're only on episode 2.
Again, I said it last time, but she is a great voice actress, and she sounds amazing, freaking barking orders and being this killer lolly.
When she
like
goes
that.
psychotic, like she goes, there's part in episode 2 where she just goes like, in the face of death, she just goes like unhinged, and it's just played to perfection. The visuals,
gotcha.
Yeah, the visuals.
Get you a girl who can do both. Pretty much.
German Nazi officer in the streets crazy bitch in the sheets. That's how we pretty much roll here.
Damn.
Now, I think if you're a German Nazi officer in the streets, you're going to be a crazy bitch in the sheets anyways.
Well, I mean, I guess. Yeah, sure. I don't. Yeah, you will. Of course you will.
Because you're a German Nazi officer. You're already a crazy bitch.
You are a crazy bitch if you're a part of the Nazi regime. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry to come out and expose all the Nazis in public like
Manga
this.
Raiders
But you
Happy
are
Hours
crazy.
does not endorse the Nazi Party.
We
or
do
any
not.
parties therefore affiliated.
We do bring them up a lot, though. So, draw your own conclusions, people.
Hey, Rip Castro.
Rip Castro. Stop
Rip them
it.
apart.
It's too
Parade
sad.
his rotting corpse through the streets. I don't know
Digs
why you
out
keep
for
bringing up
Castro.
Castro.
Yeah. It's 2017. Stop bringing him up. He died
Yes,
like
but
a
okay.
month ago. Maybe
Okay,
less.
yes, this show, Lolly Hitler got better with episode 2.
Yeah. Definitely won't be dropping
And,
this anytime soon.
We also have Akiba's Trip episode 2, which
Uh-huh.
had this very weird buff man, and there was gun otakus. It was pretty funny. The art went down a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's another amusing episode.
It's still good. Good entry into the show.
Yeah. Freaking Little Witch Academia. The animation is just the production value is frickin' trigger, and fricking trigger. This is by far the most interesting, well animated, and just I don't even know how to describe it of the season. This is going to be something to witness. Definitely, it's going to be a great series. Miname biking show. The second episode, I barely even remember what happened. It's just like one of those watch it because why not? It's all right. Schoolgirl Strikers, they have this exercise montage that kind of amused me, and the characters aren't bad, but the show's pretty boring. Uraura Miri Cho or whatever. The second episode was like, today I'm going to teach you how to feel, but I was like, I don't even know these characters, so it didn't work. And I was like, this episode's boring and kind of lame. And I guess that's all I have to say because I talked about everything else. Bam. There's everything of the season except for Bang Dream, which will be I think that's next week, a few days or whatever.
Yeah.
Good season. I think good promise. Yeah. Konosuba 2, Scum's Wish, Little Witch Academia are the top 3 for me. And
Blue Exorcist?
It should be a thing.
No, I was just going to say, one that obviously I'm keeping up with as well is just Blue Exorcist Season 2, or Aono Exorcist 2, it's called. Pretty good. It's still hitting all the spots that we need it to do. The only thing is, if you haven't watched Season 1 in a while, like I haven't, it doesn't... It does not do you any favors. It doesn't really harken back to it because it basically the anime only ending is completely gone. So if you do watch it, maybe refresh yourself on season 1 first because it does not give you a flashback or catch up to the previous season. Not that it's too important, but it's setting up good. Animation quality is good. You know, it's a really promising arc, so I can't wait till it gets a few episodes in where it gets the real meat of the story and the good action scenes and the fights that happen. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'm just trying desperately to remember everyone's name.
Yeah, honestly, I was trying to remember because everyone's pissed off with Rin, and I was like, why? Why?
Yeah, I was like, what happened?
And
wait, there was a fight, and he turned into the devil.
Oh yeah, I was like, they didn't know all along. Shit, I forgot. They didn't realize until then.
I forgot basically everything about that show and was relearning it on the fly during the first couple episodes.
Yeah. What have you watched then, Corey? So you've watched Blue Exorcist 2. Have you watched anything else at all?
I'm still waiting for Oni up. I haven't. Okay, I know the episodes are out, but I didn't notice they were on Crunchyroll or not. I kind of forgot to look for them.
Ah, okay.
I know that. I saw Handshakers and thought about watching the episode. Didn't.
Okay, I think it's time to talk about the masterpiece.
Okay, let's talk about Handshakers.
Let's talk about Handshakers.
Preface Handshakers with, I suggested this. This is one of my personal picks. I believe it was number 3. And I went out on a limb. Maybe I could find a
good
quote.
Astrologist.
Yeah, I said, I have faith in this. I'm going to have blind faith in the show. This is my wild card for the season. And I think it could, I'm going to stress the word, it could be good.
Walk it back there.
Turns out it's okay, let's try and break this show down. Handshakers, for those who don't know anything about Handshakers, it is a show about people who hold hands and they have power gifted to them through that. That's pretty much the premise. If they fight all the other Handshakers, they get to the Ziggurat and they get a wish, I think. Their wish comes true, something like that.
I thought they had to fight God.
They fight all the other Handshakers and then they defeat God. They go to the Ziggurat and I fuck those. Let's start with the first one. Visuals.
They fight God.
Them visuals were really good. Or not.
I mean, how do you have 3 different frame rates going on in the same shot?
Oh, it was so... I thought it was I refreshed when I was watching it. I refreshed a couple of times because I was like, this isn't right. And then I realized it was the actual show. When you notice that the frame rate is slow and shouldn't... Like, it was like they asked for... They wanted so many dynamic... They were like, we need a panning shot here. We need some dynamic angles and camera angles and zoom-ins here. But they were so slow. Like, these panning shots and, like, they did, like, do you know the 360 where the camera, like, circles someone? They did that, but it was, like, really clunky. I guess that's the best way I can describe it. It's
like every shot, the camera's moving. But they don't know how to track the character within the shot. So you have this one person just kind of like buzzing around.
Oh.
Okay.
It's the only... Yeah, go on.
I'm going to put it on right now and live react to the visuals as you talk.
Oh, man. It's just...
Get ready
this is
for the
thing.
worst CG on chains you've ever seen.
Oh my God,
yes.
right.
Shot.
The chains are terrible. It's low budget. It just looks bad. It looks so low budget. And we did say that it looked like a visual novel backdrop. And the first thing that I know, the animation is just so bad because, like you say, the camera, it's like they feel the need to move it but don't know how. So it's so clunky and awkward.
The characters are lighter than the background.
Yes. And the other problem I had with it was there's no like depth in the shot. It's just a flat angle at everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like people in the background, it just looks like they're the same distance. It's so weird to
There's
watch.
also no depth to the characters.
Those boobs.
No.
What? They're going like in and out of
That's
just wait
the
until
animation.
the one scene inside the school where there's a girl listening to music and that makes her titties bounce.
Yeah, that was the one I saw.
Hey, look,
I want
there's,
to
like,
make a GIF out of
there's
that.
dust particles like floating in the air. I haven't seen that in the show before.
Oh, the chains are so bad. The chains are the worst CG that
Oh my
I've
God, her
seen.
boobs are
Where the
This year.
chains are moving,
as
where
the
you're
camera
supposed
pans.
to think the chains are like, moving up or down, but they use it to the point where they're moving so fast you only see 2 frames.
Okay,
And you don't know which direction they're supposed to be going. They're just twitching chains.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
she's gonna listen to the music now. She's putting the headphones in.
Okay.
They're coming in. Oh, but what the hell kind of is that? Like a pregnancy test? Freaking music player?
That's the old ones. That's pre-iPod.
Yeah. Oh my! What?
Yeah.
How is this happening?
I can only assume it's just either budget or technical. Limited.
I'm assuming it's just incompetence.
Maybe they were trying to do something ambitious and failed
because
so miserably.
they feel the need to do these constant cuts and like different camera angles and fluid motion.
Oh my God!
With
those
how
chains.
we're watching,
right?
But it just takes you out of the show so much. So that's just the animation. Let's talk about the story. Let's talk about the story or lack thereof.
Can I start out by saying that the names of the weapons they call out are called Nimrods?
Yes, they are. When they said
Is that your Nimrod?
they literally call it a
bring
Nimrod.
out your Nimrod so we can fight.
He's like, I guess you don't know what your Nimrod is. You don't have a Nimrod. And you don't know what the Ziggurat is.
Tonight.
Oh, it's so bad. And do you know that the main character likes fixing things? Because it only spends 15 minutes keep telling, I just like fixing. Oh, man, I really get focused on fixing stuff. I just love fixing stuff. It's like, okay, we get it.
Like
I can't believe I'm going to be late to school because I'm fixing this, I guess, stranger's car.
Yeah, I like fixing stuff because my Nimrod is gears. Can you see how I'm mechanically minded?
Sword is like 80 times bigger than him, and it's made out of gears.
Yeah. Do you know why it's made out of gears? Because he really loves fixing stuff. Let me fix up anything.
And that's the bummer of it, is the sword gears is actually kind of cool. Conceptually, the idea of having fights between couples holding hands to use their magical powers, That's a dumb gimmick I could get behind if it was done with any kind of joy or fun, or just if they knew how dumb it was and had fun with it. This show could have been terrific.
That's what I was hoping for. I was like, that's an interesting handicap to impose on yourself when having to actually script and produce these fight scenes. I was like, they have to be holding hands at all times. Really, you could get creative with that, and it would have been interesting and different and something unusual. But instead, it's just they stand there trading spells. They just stand there throwing spells at each other from a stationary position, or they're running from, like I say, really basic stuff, chains. So they're running from chains. Really poor.
This guy's stepping on her vag.
Not necessarily standing, because the first bad guys we see is like this weird S&M couple.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
He gets
girl
power.
Is on her knees with like a choke chain around her neck. Get it? Chains, because his power is chains, and he's binding his girlfriend in an abusive relationship.
He steps on her pancreas, and then to get power, to get more power, he steps on her vagina. He just full on just like gives her a pussy stomp.
She has nice leggings, though.
She does fantastic leggings, but like that's how.
I remember
but it's
Goth
never
Girl
explained.
being reasonably attractive, but don't give in. That's what they want.
They want you to get lured.
That's when Handshakers wins.
Legs.
Don't get lured in by the attractive leggings of that woman. Otherwise, you'll be watching episode 2.
Oh, look at those leggings. Those look great.
So that's a questionable thing. Yeah,
this is like a great design, actually.
That's a questionable thing. Is that just like, well, what's the point? That's, what's the premise? Basically, literally, here's what the story is. Spoilers for Handshakers. Sorry, anyone who wants to watch it who hasn't. He likes fixing things.
To keep up.
His sister has died, but he goes to fix something from a random professor. He goes over to fix his aircon or some shit, and then just sees an electric keypad. Looks through the window because this room's locked. And he sees a girl there in a hospital bed, which gives him a flashback to when his sister was in a hospital bed. The door magically opens, he goes in, touches her hand, or she touches his hand, because she looks like his sister, but with white hair. Because obviously white hair is, the magical girl. Like, that's always the trope. And then suddenly the professor appears. He has the Babylon, I think it's called. Something tells him that he's a handshaker.
Bootylon.
The Bootylon comes along and tells him he's a handshaker.
Gates of Bootylon.
The professor tells him
something from a better show that would have made this show bearable.
Yes.
The gates of Bootylon open, and it tells him about
butt tack on Titan.
Butt tack on Titan. Tells him all about it. Tells him about the
kite show.
Titty drill, nipple drill. But he gets told he's a handshaker. Then the professor shows up and tells him, if you let go of your sister's hand, she'll die. So they now have to hold hands. But immediately they start getting attacked. The world dissolves, like, sort of this weird, like, CG effect as if the world was getting overwritten, if you know what I mean. It's sort of like this weird scanning kind of animation that happens. And then suddenly
the world turns into a Lisa Frank piece of artwork.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's just empty. There's no one there. Suddenly these two people are there fighting them, hunting them with these chains. It's a really lazy fight. It's poor. It's terrible. Nothing happens. They just run from chains. And suddenly he's really light, so he's carrying the girl. They don't do anything. He gets his resolve by summoning this gear thing, which is his Nimrod, and then attacks him.
Nimrod.
That's it, pretty much. That's all the episode.
Hey, Vacant.
Yeah? It's cooler than Stan's from JoJo.
How big is your Nimrod?
Oh, my Nimrod's an impressive 2 times the size of my
I'll
pinky.
show you mine if you show me yours.
I'll show you
mine.
Well,
we're going to have to hold hands to get there, buddy.
Nimrods on the show.
They got
and when I touch you, I feel happy inside.
Because every time we touch, I get this feeling.
And every time we touch, I feel I can fly.
Yeah, all in all, Handshakers is just
a masterpiece.
They just dropped ball hard.
It's modern art.
Now I gotta keep watching it though, because this could be a continuing bit.
I'm watching episode 2. Oh yes, I put bet the house on this show, because I like to go in blind faith every season and say that it's going to be a good show, because it could.
Okay. I might be able to make a quick cosplay of the white-haired girl if you wanted to do a conference.
Please do that.
Get your Nimrod out.
Please do that for the con. Please.
The con panel that we're going to do at LAGC, cheap plug, on the 3rd of February at 2 p.m. We are now going to just make it a Handshakers panel, and we're all going to hold hands on the stage. We're going
for the love of God, do this.
We are going to just, in fact, we won't even mention it. Let's not do it about Handshakers, but let's just hold hands and just not reference it at all, and just let it sit. Yeah, just let it be there, and anyone who needs to know will know.
That would be beautiful.
I am going to veto that idea.
Well,
Come
me
on,
and
Corin,
Nair
you're always
up.
the one who's like, nah.
Yeah, but what if you hold hands with Mr. Sherbert Lemon and you get a cool Nimrod out of it?
Yeah, man.
You got to do it.
I can imagine the Sherbet and Corin Nimrod is pretty impressive.
Damn.
Very drunk.
It's just an angry Stephen King holding a gun.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Handshakers is a masterpiece of the modern era, and you got to understand that.
Okay, watch Handshakers just so you can understand what we're talking about. And tell us what you think about Handshakers as well. I don't care where you tell us, just tell us.
Bam. Okay, so if we're done talking about seasonal shows, I just wanted to bring up two things real quickly.
Sure.
So I watched Your Name, Kimi no Na wa, that movie, that that kind of like tiny movie that suddenly made its way to #1 on anime list. That film.
Just no one heard of it.
It was a pretty good film, actually. The animation was really nice. The story was pretty decent. You have to suspend your disbelief for many things in the story that you don't realize until after you watch the movie and you're like, wait, that makes no sense. But you just kind of got to forget about that. It's a character story. And it was good at that, actually. Although the characters aren't instantly, they don't like pop too much, but it's a pretty grounded tale. And it was a good watch, actually. I mean, there's no point in recommending something that's so popular, but it was a solid 8 out of 10. And then I also watched Madoka Magica, which I thought that I would never watch that show, but it was freaking amazing. Jesus Christ, that was a great show. Every second I was paying attention to that. It was actually really good, and that ending was crazy. And sometimes I forget how much I like shows like this, that have that real kind of story, because I watch all the fluffy stuff all the time. So it was like, wow, yes, this stuff is good. It felt like Evangelion and Steins Gate all over again, and that was great.
Wow, so, Madoka Magic's on the level of Steins Gate. And in terms of plot.
It is. It actually is.
Fair enough.
It was a great show. And because I'm doing Anime List has their challenges, right? So it's basically like there's a bunch of categories and there's bingo cards. So you pick whatever rank you want to do in your bingo card pattern and you line up the numbers of stuff. So I got a whole list of shows I got to watch this year. Only like 20 something because I'm a wimp. I'm not going to go extreme or anything like that. So that was the first one I watched from it. And I'm glad I finally freaking watched that. I've been putting it off forever. Jeez. No, that was good. And yeah, that's the thing. Bam. That's
quite a good idea, actually. Like, random anime bingo card. So like a good mix of classics.
If you just Google it, like Anime List 2017 Anime Watching Challenge, it's a pretty neat thing that there's a lot of shows on that list to watch, like stuff. I'm not gonna read off my list. Yeah. It's boring. But,
I might try and get it just to see if I need my 50 anime padded, like that list.
Well, yeah, because you'll watch stuff that you'll never even think about. Like there's stuff like watch something that hasn't been reviewed and that is completed by less than 5,000 members, so you'll find all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, I'll have a go. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I think
that was the thing.
Cool. I'd look forward to hearing a bit more. Like I said, the winter season's kicked off with a bang. I actually like that we're all participating in it rather than the last couple where I just didn't watch shit. So I watched one episode, so it's nice that we can have a discussion, but I think we've gone about an hour and a half now, so in case there's anything else that anyone wants to mention or throw out real quick.
I am good.
Good?
Yeah, I think we said things.
I think we said things. For the last 90 minutes, that's the length of an average, English football game. We went well. We're as athletic as all of them are. We scored a few goals. I think we hit the back of the net a few times.
We got big muscles.
We got
And
them
are
big
twice
muscles.
as rich.
We got them big muscles, particularly in
Seriously,
our tongues.
in Schoolgirl Strikers, they were like doing like, you know, that exercise machine where you like have your arms and you just kind of like it's a thing that you like push forward.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
They were doing all that, and I don't know why I found that funny.
A rowing machine?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I
There
just
was no-
loved.
there
Do
was-
you know that exercise machine when you have your arms and then there was a pause? I was like, I generally take my arms with me when I'm exercising.
There wasn't enough peanut butter for me.
Described about half the exercise machines as the arm.
Well, I was doing the hand motion, but then I remembered you can't see it, so forget about it.
I know what you mean. Where you sort of start off like at a 90-degree angle, and then you pull them in towards your face. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? I just explained
I
that
don't know
really
why
poorly
that
myself.
amused me when they were doing, but whatever.
Yeah, it's it is a valid exercise machine. Well then, it's been a fun one, guys. I think we've got some home truths. We've learned a lot about Manimal's fetishes. I've learned a lot about handshakers.
Thinking about that today, I was like, I'm gonna try to make a whole plot line based off of this.
I can't wait to see that plot line.
It'll come after my Moogie X cake story. I promised that on another episode. I'm gonna do it, and you guys are gonna read it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it will be an awesome one. I can't wait to see that on a future episode.
We got a modern masterpiece coming at you after the show.
What's that?
It's called Mr.
Handshakers?
Tambourine Butt.
Oh, I thought you were talking about handshakers.
We're just going to air a full episode of Handshakers after the
Yeah,
episode.
we are. I don't care if we get taken down. If there's any pirating happening.
Would
So-
anyone be willing to actually claim responsibility for saying, "Hey, Handshakers is mine, and you're stealing it"?
Yeah.
So thanks for listening, guys. It's been enjoyable. That sounded really enthusiastic. It's been enjoyable. It's been okay.
It hasn't been enjoyable. We're all miserable.
We're all miserable inside. We all just want to die.
Handshakers has ruined us.
This is the end of us. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week on the 23rd? No, 20. I don't know what I'm trying to say what day it is. It's going to be the 25th or something. Who
It'll be
knows?
the 25th in the reign of Donald Trump.
Oh, yes. Glorious. Make America great again. Bye. Love you. Bye. 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 Fuck Donald Trump. Bye.
I play the butt tambourine. I squeeze my cheeks to the beat. I wiggle my rump around and groove my feet. It's better than an enema because you get to make music. I play the butt tambourine because I have no limbs.